Welcome back to the Colorado Avalanche GM mode here in NHL 16. This is going to be episode 25 of the series, and in today's episode we will be taking on the Minnesota Wild, of course, in the playoffs. We are in the second round. Last episode we won in Game 1. As you guys know, in the playoffs, in these series, I play Game 1, and then I play the elimination games. So, in Game 1, we won. We destroyed this Wild team 6-0. So we took a one-game lead, and then in Game 2 we simmed that, and we won that 1-0. The only goal of the game was in the second period, scored by Alex Hemsky. And then in Game 3, we went into that with a two-game lead, correction. And in Game 3, all the goals came in the third period. We jumped off, and we won 3-1, as it's Kronwall, Yurko, and Landeskog scored for us, and Parise was the lone goal for the Wild. As far as the stats go for each team, our Avalanche are led by Matt Duchene, who is still averaging a point per game at 7 goals, 2 assists, 9 points in 9 games. Nathan MacKinnon has 4 goals and 4 assists, which is 8 points in 9 games. And then the Wild have only scored 1 goal in this series, as that came from Zach Parise in the third period of Game 3. So he has 6 goals and 1 assist with 7 points. And then Granlund, Vanek, and Coyle all have 6 points for this Wild team, the same as they had entering this series. And we are here in Denver, Colorado, here at the Pepsi Center, as the Colorado Avalanche have a 3-0 lead on this Wild team, which is trying to avoid elimination here in Game 4. Malcolm Subban 7-2 with a 1.43 goals against and a .946 save percentage for the Avalanche. And in between the pipes for the Wild is Devan Dubnyk 4-5 with a 3.32 goals against and a .893 save percentage, which is not good at all. So start things off on the power play here for the Wild. Avs with the puck in their own end. Pass up to Peverley, who finds Bork, and Bork's going to take this one on a 1-on-2, put on a few moves, takes a shot. Nice save by Dubnyk, nothing going for the Avalanche. Here come the Avalanche yet again. Here's Yurko taking a shot, trying to snipe it, but it's picked right up by Stepniak of the Wild, as he's going to take this one across center ice, finds Koivu back to Stepniak, crosses into the center, shot saved and covered up by Subban. So now later on in the first, here are the Avalanche in their own end as the Wild have the puck, shot blocked out in front by Zadorov. Nemestikov would find Rantanen, who has himself a nice breakaway, puts on a few moves, but he's saved by Dubnyk. Nothing going on for the Avalanche there. So at the end of one period, it's still tied up at 0 between Minnesota and Colorado. Pick things up here in the second. Minnesota on the power play. And let's see how long they can keep the puck in the Avalanche's zone here. As the nice poke check there, Avalanche get the puck, but a pass into the boards as another centering try, shot goes wide, still in the Avalanche's zone. More passing, D to D, down low, shot saved by Subban. Picked right back up by the Wild. Shot by Granlund, deflected. Picked right up by Zucker. One-timer, shot saved by Subban. Picked right up by Pominville. Out in front, it's finally scored after what felt like an eternity in the Avalanche's zone. And the Wild make it a 1-0 lead as they jump off to a lead here in the second period, scored by Zucker, assisted by Granlund and Pominville. So later on in the second, here come the Avalanche. Bodker taking it behind the net, cross-crease attempt, shot scored! Thomas Yurko makes it a 1-1 hockey game, ties it up. Yurko assisted by Bodker and Kronwall on that goal. So now later on in the second, it's in the Avalanche's zone, Wild with the puck. A nice play here by Nemestikov as he lays down the body, gets the puck, and he's got himself a breakaway. Puts on a forehand-backhand move, or a backhand-forehand move, and he sneaks it past Dubnyk as it's a 2-1 Avalanche lead. They take the lead with 2:39 left in the second. Nemestikov unassisted on that one, as that will end the second period. Avalanche in the lead by a score of 2-1 over the Wild. So pick things up here in the start of the third period in the Wild zone. Avalanche on the forecheck here as they turn it over. Cross crease to Landeskog, can't get his stick on it, but they get it right back. One-timer by Bodker, saved by Dubnyk. So nothing going on there for the Avalanche. Now skip ahead here, late third period. Nemestikov coming down the wing and takes a shot, snipes it top shelf. Nemestikov scores, makes it a 3-1 Avalanche lead over the Wild, assisted by Rantanen and Hedman, and that will be how the cookie crumbles in this game. That is your final score. 3 Colorado Avalanche, 1 Minnesota Wild, as the Colorado Avalanche come with a victory here as they sweep this Minnesota Wild team, as they will be moving on to the Western Conference Finals. So with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this episode of the Colorado Avalanche GM Mode. I've been your host, Jersey Warren, and I'm saying goodbye.
I try to run, but see, I'm not that fast. I think I'm first, but surely finish last. Cause day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone through the day and night. The lonely loner seems to